The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent and accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome inside Arrington Ice Arena for the home opener for the women's NCAA hockey team. Brett Carlisle, alongside me is Calvin Keys tonight. We have a great matchup between the number 10 team in the country versus the number 13 team in the country. Adrian College hosting the Augsburg University Augies. Calvin, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Brett. I can't wait. Home opener for NCAA women's hockey doesn't get better than this.
Adrian College last year, you mentioned to me before the broadcast, dropped both games to Augsburg. And Calvin, Adrian College is going to have a little vengeance from last year into this year.
Yeah, Coach Skelly really told me that his team was going to have a fire in their belly coming into this one. Lost both games against Augsburg on the road last season, 5-2 and 3-2 in Minneapolis. Granted, they only had 12 players due to COVID restrictions, so hopefully with a full roster, they'll be able to give the Augies a better game this time around.
With face-off coming, that gives Calvin a good opportunity to tell us our lineup for the Adrian College Bulldogs.
Bulldogs starting forward line consists of Carmen Anderson, Jessica Von Ruden, and Tia Lascelles. On defense, it'll be Jessica Anderson and Maya Roy, and in net, Sophie Goldberg. For the Augies, their forward line will consist of Kennedy Stein, Katie Flynn, and Emily Cronkite. On D, it's Nora Stepan and Peyton Allen, and in between the pipes, Chloe Stockinger.
And here we go, playing hockey. We're about 30 seconds in. Maya Roy controls the puck up to Tia Lascelles. Lascelles going to try to advance it up. It's going to make a change for Adrian College. Carmen Anderson pressuring on Augie's defense. A shot on goal, that's Anderson. Goes around the back side of the net. Augsburg will pick it up. Pressuring down behind the net. And I have an Augie on the ice. Continuing on down, threatening.
That was Sydney Rydell hitting the deck down there in the corner, Brett. And talking to Coach Skelly earlier on this week, he said one of his favorite things about his team's game so far in this season has been their relentless forecheck, kind of an in-your-face pressure against opposing squads that makes it difficult for them to build up any sort of coherent breakouts.
Shots on goal, 1-1. Jessica Anderson took the first shot for Adrian, and I believe that was Claire Jenkins who took the shot that Sophie Goldberg gloved, caused the whistle. Calvin, what I like to think about, Adrian's so skilled, and that passes the blue line, is going to be offsides on the Augies. We'll have a face-off on the far circle next to the blue line, but Adrian College so skilled, the line of Carteret, Truban, Roy, Houdinish, all these young players. The team is very young, only a couple seniors on the team, and they have a lot of potential in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that there's a good mix of up-and-coming players as well as experienced veterans. It's a good blend for the Bulldogs, and excited to get our first look at them here at home, as this one will be icing.
Icing was the call. We'll go back down to the other side of the ice. You mentioned Sophie Goldberg in net tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about her and her two starts here this past weekend against Oswego State?
Yeah, Sophie Goldberg was named the NCAA Defensive Player of the Week after allowing only a single goal over 2 games last weekend against Oswego State. She made 37 total saves across both games and had a .974 save percentage. Coach Skelly said she's really excited to be the starter in goal this season and really just assert her presence as one of the best goaltenders in NCAA Division III.
Carteret, Houdinish, Truban, Jaden Riley, and Carmen Anderson coming on the ice for your Bulldogs. That is your lineup. Who's out there right now? Jessica Von Ruden also just came on the ice. This game is very fast-paced. Both teams, like I said, 10 and 13 in the country, so we're going to see either a lot of defense or we're going to see a lot of offense here tonight inside AIA. Augies with a chance now, controlling the puck down in Adrian's zone. It's going to be Anderson. She's got 2-on-1 situation. She's got Tia Lascelles with her. Crosses ice. Lascelles can't hold on.
What a feed that was from Anderson. Saucered over to Lascelles, who couldn't quite handle it, bounced over her stick. Carmen Anderson had 3 goals and 1 assist a weekend ago. Along with Goldberg, she was also an NCAA Player of the Week on the offensive side.
Good defense by the Augies to hold their own. Tia Lascelles could have had an opportunity, but just couldn't come up with the puck.
Here come the Augies now pressuring. It's Petrowski, the senior on the team. Una Belland as well.
Belland, a player for this Bulldogs squad that competes on the Norwegian national ice hockey team, so has a lot of experience playing against top competition.
And Belland is going to get called for tripping, I believe, on the opposite side of the ice. So that'll make the Bulldogs short-handed.
Looks like it'll be Zoe Lorai that's going to the box. And in the early stages, not even 4 minutes into the hockey game, this is not something you want to see because you're giving the Augies an opportunity early on in the contest to try and get on the scoreboard.
Not even 3.5 minutes into the game, and we've already got our first penalty. Lorai will be into the sin bin for 2 minutes. Augies with an advantage now. 5-on-4 situation, power play. Belland with good defense. Lets Anderson send it deep. Petrowski will come off the ice, and Von Ruden will come in.
You mentioned Jessica Anderson sending it down ice. 2 Andersons on this Adrian team, Carmen and Jessica, not related, interestingly enough.
Here come the Augies. Kennedy Stein holding the puck behind the net. Well, he's a one-timer, trying to take it through the 5-hole of Goldberg, but she's not falling for it. A shot on goal, another save by Goldberg, knocks it loose. Anderson has it, she's gonna send it around the rim. Keeping it in, though, is Peyton Allen.
I like the look of this Adrian penalty kill so far as they just can't quite get it out. They're really doing a good job of protecting the middle of the ice, making life difficult for Augsburg.
Augie's doing a really good job protecting that blue line. A shot on goal, and it goes wide left. Von Ruden holding onto it. She's going to send it down the ice for Adrian to make a big change. 4 new players onto the ice. Carmen Anderson, Wolfschlager, Truban, and Riley.
Penalty kill looking really good for the Bulldogs so far, Brett. Just like I said, protecting the middle of the ice, making zone entries difficult, and not allowing grade A opportunities for Augsburg.
5 seconds to go, and the Bulldogs will be at full strength. Lorai about to come back out onto the ice, and here she comes. A shot on goal, high. That was Nora Stepan. Wolfschlager trying to bounce it around. Petrowski tips it away, Lorai with it. Trying to get around her defender, and she does. Petrowski, I'd like to mention, Reagan is on the Adrian College track team on the outdoor season, so she's got a lot of speed on that ice. She gets down there very quickly, and Augsburg's going to have to be aware of her this entire game.
Yeah, Petrowski definitely a very dynamic, explosive player. I would also say she's one of our colleagues here at Adrian College Television. She works some of the broadcasts that we have here on ACTV. Also does really good media work for the ACHA Men's Division I team here at Adrian College. So a really, really good multimedia designer as well as a center for the Adrian women's team.
That latest whistle was an icing by Augsburg, so Adrian wins the face-off. 13:56, a shot on goal, and it tipped away by 33, Chloe Stockinger. Down in the net tonight for the Augies. Pressured now on the half wall. The likes of Dofa hide down there. One-timer sent off the pads of Stockinger.
Good shot there from Avalone as the puck goes into the bench. Had lots of time to wind and fire, and I really like the way that she placed it low to the ice, that there was opportunities for tips and deflections in front. Makes it difficult for the Augsburg goaltender, Chloe Stockinger, to make the save.
Face off as the puck went up into the Augsburg bench. Cataret, Wolfschlager out there around the puck. Multiple Augies. Slipping down on the ice was 18, Elizabeth Fagerlin. And Goldberg's going to put a glove over it. Maya Roy protecting her goalie, standing her ground. 13:08, 5 shots on goal for Augsburg, 3 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the boards here at Arrington Ice Arena are really lively, so that puck took a really odd bounce off of the corner right to Goldberg.
Shot by 18, Elizabeth Fagerlin is held by Sophie Goldberg.
Goldberg just tracking the puck really well here early, moving across the crease to make that save from distance, albeit when the shot from the Augies is coming from so far out, makes it easy for Goldberg to track.
Augsburg won the face-off. Still down in Adrian's zone. Adrian trying to get something going. Here comes Maya Roy. She's going to skate ahead. Maya Roy with some speed. Carmen Anderson with her. She's going to try and take it herself. Knocked away by Tenley Stewart.
You see Maya Roy, the defenseman, getting up on the rush.
Carmen Anderson just about took it away and got it back on offense for Adrian, but Augsburg clears it down to get a change. Fresh legs on the ice for the Augies. Here comes Von Ruden. She's got a one-on-one. Sorry, it is Von Ruden. Sometimes the numbers just look the same. It kind of look like Callie Wuschlager out there because they kind of got the same hair, so you sometimes can't tell, especially with the men's team as well. They all look the same on the ice with the helmets on. Sometimes I can't distinctively tell when I'm in class with them either because I never see their faces when they're out on the ice. A one-time shot almost slips through. Peyton Allen. Good defense by Jessica Anderson. She's going to send it down the length of the ice.
Race for it. We talked about the speed of Petrowski. She's going to negate the icing. Good hustle play.
Reagan Petrowski with the speed gets there before the icing is called.
Good support. You see two Bulldog players down low, Belland and Petrowski, hammering away at the puck, making it difficult for the Augsburg defenseman.
Belland gets it through, but she can't hold on to it, and now here come the Augies in the likes of Emily Cronkite.
What a nice move by Cronkite there. Poking it forward with one hand, speeding around, but good team support. Riley pinched over to that far side to try and cut off Cronkite, which she did well.
Cataret of ice now with Jocelyn Hudenish with her. Cataret takes a shot on goal, but it goes wide right. Wolschlager down there on the half wall gets the puck free, making a couple moves around defenders. Truban playing the blue line. A shot on goal, and it goes in! She scores! It's Kaylee Cataret! A nice pass from Catherine Truban.
Really good feed. You look at the dogged determination in that far corner again. Bulldogs able to pry it free. Augsburg sort of clumped together. Puck comes back to the point, and that was actually a really good feed. I want to say that was looked like it was Von Ruden who let it fly from around the blue line, and then it was tipped right in front by Cataret on the back door. That was almost kind of a shot pass hybrid that Cataret was able to deflect home. May have actually been Catherine Truban with the chance there.
Cataret again, coming down ice, takes a shot on goal, held by Stockinger. Cataret wanted another goal there. She was hungry.
Absolutely, Brett. The roommates line making themselves at home early on in this game. Of course, if you don't know, Kaylee Cataret, Callie Wolschlager, and Jocelyn Hudanish all room together. They're really close friends here on Adrian College's campus. So that's kind of the nickname that Coach Sean Skelly has given that trio. And they're looking good so far early on in this hockey game. Big goal to give the Bulldogs the lead.
Here come the Augies now down inside Adrian territory on the half wall, trying to set it free. It's number 12, Juliana Teske. Here come the Bulldogs, though. Lindsay Sorrell passes to Corbett. Corbett trying to make some moves around. Here's Maya Roy. She tried to slip through. I believe that is Sydney Crockett that tried to slip it through. The 5-hole of Stockinger.
And a big save from Stockinger because she didn't provide a rebound, right? I mean, she held on to the initial shot while a couple of Adrian players were waiting at the doorstep. If that puck had been allowed to be let loose, then could have proved costly, but she holds on and negates any sort of rebound chance.
One-timer by Corbett, almost sent it through, but knocked away by Stockinger. Plays the blue line well. Bulldogs keeping in. That's Dofa Hyde down there. Crockett as well on the half wall, trying to set the puck free. The referee yelling at them to get the puck out, telling her to move, and finally the Augies come out with it, and she's gonna pop it over into the Adrian bench. Watch out, photographer between the benches down there.
It's a dangerous place to be, Brett. You have to be on your toes at all times. What I really like from this Adrian women's hockey team so far is the way that they're winning physical battles on the boards. That's what led to their first goal. And it's no surprise that they're outmuscling some of their opponents with some of the preparation they did in this offseason. They always do a bit of a lifting test to see who can throw the most weight around in the gym prior to the season. Jessica Von Ruden deadlifted 335 pounds for 3 reps right before the season started at the beginning of the semester, and that is a program record in all the years that head coach Sean Skelly has been doing that fitness testing at the beginning of the season. Pretty impressive numbers there.
Here comes Carmen Anderson, though. You won't catch me doing that. Carmen Anderson, a shot on goal, goes wide right.
Brett Carlisle, cross-country runner, more of a cardio guy himself.
Aerobic fit is my standards, not in the gym with the weights. Back to play, though, Carmen Anderson. She's going to drop it off the glass down into Augie territory. Trying to get a change. And Augies will get fresh legs on the ice as well.
Carmen Anderson's another player that did really well in the fitness testing. I think she set the record for the 300-meter shuttles as well. Very quick, and it opens up space on the ice for her to let go that signature wrist shot of hers.
Jaden Riley passing to Bellin, but it's interrupted, and Truban will go and chase it down. Here come the Bulldogs. Zoe Lowry down into territory with Belland. Lowry wraps around the goal, almost in if Bellin was in front. A shot by Petrowski.
Good
goes
clearance.
Wide.
Good clearance by the Augsburg defenseman. Peyton Allen, the captain, clearing that one away from the blue paint. May have saved a goal with Belland waiting in the wings.
Riley passes to Truban. Truban back to Riley, up to Bellin, and interrupted by the Augies. Lowry and Bellin will come off the ice.
That was going to be icing, Brett, but Sophie Goldberg came out of her crease slightly, so it was waived. Interesting turn of events.
And here comes Wolschlager. She's got Cataret in front of the goal, but doesn't make the pass. Down deep is Houdinish. Houdinish up to Avalone. Avalone saw Cataret, but throws it high down into behind the net. Pressed against the half wall now is Wolschlager. Cataret trying to find the puck. Good play in on the blue line.
Annika Hansen gloved it down in a split second and kept it inside the blue. Impressive play to keep it in the O-zone. And that'll be a hand pass against Adrian. I think it was Cataret that got the touch on it. So we will get a whistle and a chance to catch our breath, really, after a long stretch of extended play, Brett.
Quite a long session without a whistle. One Adrian goal, though, coming from the likes of Kaylee Cataret, assisted by
Catherine Trubin.
Trubin, and Von Ruden was also involved in that as she passed it to Trubin.
If you're just joining us, this is a bit of a marquee matchup in NCAA Division III women's hockey, with the Bulldogs coming into this game ranked at number 10 and Augsburg ranked at number 13. I was really looking forward to this matchup because the Augies have already displayed an ability to hang with top competition. I mean, last week they played number 2 Gustavus Adolphus and lost 1-0 in a close game, and then they ended up beating number 5 Wisconsin River Falls. So don't be surprised if Augsburg moves up in the rankings after this weekend.
Don't be surprised if Adrian College does either, if they take down the Augies a couple times. They're back here again tomorrow. Here come the Augies, though. Pressure on Sophie Goldberg. Pass behind the net. Taken away by Dofa Hyde. Dofa Hyde coming up ice now with her teammates. Passes it down deep. Icing waved off. Augies have it back, making a couple nice passes. A between the legs pass. That was Emily Cronkite. Shot on goal. Saved by Goldberg. Cronkite. Cronkite wrap around. Shot high over Goldberg's head.
I love that initial shot on the rush from Kennedy Stein, who used the defenseman as a screen. Goldberg didn't see it till the last second, but still got her blocker on it.
Augsburg keeps it inside the blue line. Good concentration by the Augies. Von Ruden wraps around the backside of the goal, passes to Anderson. Anderson up to Crockett. And the puck gets knocked away and past the blue line. Augies are going to reset.
And that shot stung Von Ruden. I can't tell if she's holding her neck area or her hand awkwardly, but she's going to get attended to by the trainer on the bench now.
Jaden Riley passes to Anderson. Anderson tries to pop it inside with Wolschlager. I'm sorry, Tia Lascelle down there. Anderson pokes it away, keeps it on the offensive side of things. Pressuring down there is Lascelle and Anderson on the half wall. Trying to pop the puck free. We've got an Augie on the ice. Popping free with Lascelle, Anderson. The Augies are going to get it behind their net. And they're going to get past the blue line, and that's going to have Jaden Riley hustling down to go get it, and it's going to be icing as she beats him.
That was a close one. Riley got there first, but Sydney Rydell was right on her tail. So it will come back for an icing. Brett, I just want to talk about the beautiful sweaters that both of these teams are wearing tonight. You got the gray look for Adrian, typically one we see on the road, but bringing out the grays tonight. And then for Augsburg, that nice maroon color with that big, bold eagle crest on the front. The cursive on the front of the Adrian jersey looks pretty good as well.
Augsburg trying to pop it up, but it's going to go right into the net. Petrowski is going to be on the faceoff. And Augsburg's going to win it. Here come the Augies. They have a one-on-one situation down deep. A wrap around, almost a shot on goal, but it's taken away, popped free by Adrian.
What a move by Juliana Teske, pulling it into her body with the toe drag to get around Corbett, and then tried to stuff it in on the near post against Goldberg, who did a good job to cut off the angle.
Bellin popped it free. Augsburg throws it down. Here come the Bulldogs, though. Bellin with Petrowski. These two are great combo with each other. Many goals last year. Dropped on the ice with Corbett and Anika Hansen. Corbett keeping it away from Augsburg. But the Augies now with an advantage. A shot on goal. It's going to pop really high, almost over the netting, but it falls just shy of getting over. 3:16 to go. Our score is 1-0, coming from the likes of Kaylee Cataret in the middle of the period. Brett Carlisle alongside me is Calvin Keys on the call for you tonight in Arrington Ice Arena.
Happy you've joined us. This game hasn't disappointed so far. Shots are pretty even, 8-7 in favor of the Bulldogs, who have the 1-0 lead, as you said, at the moment, Brett.
Here comes Jessica Anderson. She's going to throw it down. Augsburg's going to control it. Cataret pressuring with Wolschlager. Glad to see Wolschlager back on the ice. Hudenish. No icing called. Hudenish gets down there with some speed, and she almost got away with it, and Cataret slips and falls as she tried to cut back to go back and get the puck. Augsburg's going to reset. Here comes Jessica Anderson. Passing it back to Avalone. He passes to Sorrell, back to Avalone. going down ice, and it's going to be an icing on Adrian College. Augsburg looking to advance on this icing, maybe score a goal to even things back up and start over the game. It's 8-7 shots on goal favoring Adrian.
The Augies really gave the Bulldogs a taste of their own medicine on that play, because Adrian's relentless determination on the forecheck is what allowed them to win the puck and set up their first goal. There, Adrian had no choice but to ice it because of the Augsburg pressure. No space to work with, hardly.
A nice wraparound pass to herself. That was Jenna Gerald. A shot, but it was blocked by a defender, the likes of Gia Avalone. Here comes Augsburg, fresh ice, but luckily Jaden Riley comes on the ice and interrupts that, and Sophie Goldberg will hold.
Yeah, Riley comes on the ice just in the nick of time, as it looked like Jenna Gerald could have been home free there, turning forwards. Got a face-off coming up in the Bulldog defensive zone. It's one to the near wall. This will come forwards. Von Ruden, or excuse me, that's LaSalle reaching after it. Gets it back out to neutral ice.
Cameron Anderson back out on the ice for the Bulldogs. Truban, here comes the Augies. A shot on goal, saved by Goldberg.
Goldberg may have got a piece on that shot. Sailing in from Malia Schubert. Looked like the puck was on edge, a tough shot to pull off, and as a result, it skied over the crossbar.
Carmen Anderson skates down and gets it. But here come the Augies as they get it across the blue line. Gonna make a couple changes though. 1 minute to go in this first period. We've had a good one.
I've really liked the play of Augsburg's Peyton Allen so far in this game. She had 13 points for the Augies last season to lead all defensemen, and she was an all-MIAC selection. She's been good on both ends of the ice.
Augies keep it inside the blue line as Truban tried to clear it away. 30 seconds to go. Pressuring on the half wall. Von Ruden, Truban trying to pop it free, and she does. There's going to be a penalty.
I don't believe we'll see a penalty. It was just a hand pass, I think. So one of the players played it with their hand, and in that situation, if the puck is handled by a player of a particular team, if their teammate gets the next touch on it, then play will stop. If the opponent gets the next touch, then play continues on. So Augsburg gloved it, and then one of their players got the next touch on the puck, I really was impressed by the eye-hand coordination of Emily Cronkite on the previous play. As the Bulldogs tried to lift it out, she batted it right out of the air and didn't skip a beat.
Bulldogs, Truban down there. Augie's trying anything to get free. A pass along the blue line. A shot on goal. Almost slipped through. It went wide left, though. Another wrister, and it is going to be the end of the period as Carmen Anderson with the clutch defense blocking the wrist shot by Katie Flynn.
Crazy turn of events there close to the expiration of the period as Augsburg was really turning on the pressure. Felt like they got more comfortable as the game went on. Carly Drill took a point shot there at the end, and that was just like inches away from the referee, a close call. But 1-0 Adrian as things stand. Definitely have some things to work on as they struggled to break it out. Looked like the Augies had him hemmed in for the late stages of that period and really responded well after giving up that goal. But lots of positives for the Bulldogs. Really liked the play of Cataret to tip it in back door to give Adrian the lead.
Well, that'll do it for the first period. Don't go anywhere, though. We still got two 20-minute periods coming up after a 15-minute break. I'm Brett Carlisle, Calvin Keys alongside me. We'll be right back after these messages.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
back inside Arrington Ice Arena. 30 seconds to go before we get the second period underway. Brett Carlisle, Calvin Keys alongside me. We have a few first period stats for you, brought to you by Calvin Keys over here.
Stats after one period, Brett. Augsburg had the slight edge in shots on goal, weren't successful on the power play, won 67% of the draws, and the only goal from that first period came from Kaylee Caderet, tipped in a shot from Catherine Trubin. Jocelyn Hudenish got the other assist as we get the puck drop for the second period.
Second period underway, and Corbett controls for the Bulldogs. Carmen Anderson gets it taken away. Augie's coming out strong. A shot on goal, gloved by Goldberg. That was Kennedy Stein for the Augies with a shot on goal. 12 seconds in, and we're already striking at the net.
Yeah, I almost feel like there was a momentum shift in that first period where Adrian came out and was the better team in the first around 10 minutes of play. And then in the late stages, Augsburg really took over and built some attack of their own, and starting off strong here in the second period, carrying over from the end of the first.
Here comes Carmen Anderson, though. She's going to bounce it off the half wall, but it won't get through, and it's going to be controlled by Emily Cronkite of Augsburg. Corbett coming around, picking up the puck. Passes up to LaSalle. LaSalle back to Anderson. Puck taken away by Augsburg. Another opportunity for the Augies. Adrian making some crucial turnovers. Jaden Riley passes down and misses her teammate, but icing is going to be waved off. And Petrowski, a scary fall for the senior. A shot on goal by Una Belland.
Petrowski hitting the deck there behind the net. I don't think she was tripped. She either lost an edge or maybe stepped on the stick blade of the Augsburg defenseman behind the net, but good to see she's okay, as it was a forceful collision into the end wall.
I honestly believe Petrowski just slipped on the wet ice that's down there behind the net and tried to take it too sharp into behind the Augsburg goalie.
Yeah, may need a skate sharpening or something along those lines.
Trubin, a shot on goal, trying to look for her first career goal, and she gets it taken away by Stockinger.
Stockinger, 7 saves so far in this game. Just allowed the one goal to Caderet. Third line out for Adrian right now.
A shot on goal, it's going to be wide by Jaden Riley.
What's interesting is the depth that both of these teams have. I mean, the top 3 lines for both of these squads could be a top 6 line on other teams, as we have a tripping call coming up to Augsburg.
And that is crucial for Adrian College. Let's see who is going to go to the sin bin. I believe that is number 13, Kylie Wallen of Augsburg. That will go for 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, Wallen, the sophomore defenseman out of Blaine, Minnesota, will go to the box, as you said, Brett. And I think it was an instance where she was just reaching after the puck a little bit too much instead of moving her feet. It's a habit that can sort of catch all of us by surprise. Certainly, you have to be disciplined as a defenseman, and just a little bit of an error there from Wallen. And as a result, Bulldogs go on the power play.
Bulldogs racing down Cronkite.
This is LaSalle taking it forward right now.
I'm sorry, I just sneezed. It was unexpected. Augsburg looking to clear it as they do. I don't know what you're laughing about over there. I had to sneeze. It came on really quickly. I don't know where it came from, but no, there's gonna be another tripping, possibly. No, it's waved off by the ref. Von Ruden gets taken out.
I like the no call. Sydney Rydell made a good, strong play on Jessica Von Ruden. Nothing wrong with that. That looks like it could have been tripping, though. The other way around. That time it was Rydell being brought down by Von Ruden. How the turntables.
Really sharp turn by Hudenish. I heard that all the way up here on the ice, or from the ice. Augsburg upset that they didn't get a tripping call, but 45 seconds. They're doing good at killing this power play. As Corbett tried to knock it down. Truban down low. She gets smoked by Sydney Rydell. Here comes Truban now. She's going to be all by herself. She's going to take it down deep. On her own, looking for something. She passes across to Anderson and goes off, ricochets off her and goes back down ice. It's going to be 15 seconds left. Houdinish.
Power play struggling so far for Adrian. Haven't been able to get set up in their formation and get some puck movement around. Augsburg has kept them off balance.
Anderson just can't quite slip it through, and Augies are going to be at full strength. Here comes a shot on goal. That was unexpected by Lowry, saved by Stockinger. Truban on her lone, trying to pass down into Anderson, but she did not register that. Truban playing the blue line closely. Anika Hansen tried to pass it across the ice. Truban keeps it in. Great concentration by the defender, the junior from New Jersey. Playing along the half wall now. Augies come out with it. 15:40 to go. 9 shots on goal for Adrian, 8 for the Augies, and that could change here in just a second. Here come the Bulldogs now. Crockett passes to Dofide, back to Crockett, but she couldn't quite get up to it. And here come the Augies. Full ice ahead of them, but great job by Adrian getting back on defense. That was number 77, Gia Avalone, getting back there for the Bulldogs.
Shutting down Emily Schoborough. It was a really good look for Augsburg, but the pass didn't find the tape of Schoborough cleanly, and that's why the Bulldogs had a bit of time to track back and shut her down.
Schoborough having trouble handling the puck. Adrian is now picking up their defense very well. Here comes Houdinish with Caderet with her. And also Callie Wolschlager. Wolschlager calling for it, and Caderet slipped and fell down.
Augsburg defenseman Elizabeth Fagerlin doing a really good job of angling. I believe that was Houdinish who had the puck onto the boards. Really just no body checking allowed in women's hockey, but what you are allowed to do is establish your position and nudge your opponent off to the boards and take away their time and space, which Fagerlin did really well there.
Tried to look for a cross pass back door, but didn't happen for the Augies. Wolschlager now advancing up ice. Bouncing it off the half wall. Adrian's going to change. This is go time for the Augies, and it's going to be offsides.
Augsburg just getting a little bit tangled up as they look to cross over the blue. And as a result, we will see a neutral zone draw. Last weekend, the Bulldogs swept Oswego State on the road, winning on Friday 4-1, and on Saturday 5-0. And Adrian's head coach, Sean Skelly, said that starting on the road really helped to drown out some of the pressure that you feel early on in the season, not having to live up to the expectations of playing in front of your home fans and just going out and taking care of business, which they did well. Interestingly enough, Emma Corbett's twin sister, Rachel Corbett, is a forward on the Oswego State team, so it was a really cool moment for their family to be able to play against each other. And I know that Rachel Corbett and Oswego State were able to get bragging rights last season, so with those 2 wins, Emma now, I believe when she heads home for Thanksgiving, I imagine she'll have some trips for her sister, maybe. A little bit of bragging rights there, Brett.
A good story indeed about the 2 sisters on opposing teams who just played last weekend. Carmen Anderson had a good sequence of events here as we were watching. And Tia Lascelles now pressuring for the Bulldogs. Anderson on the ice. There's been multiple people on the ice tonight and a lot of tripping and falling. Not going to play hockey. A shot on goal by Kennedy Stein. Another one sent in by her teammate Kylie Wallen.
Haven't seen a lot of grade A scoring chances so far in the second period with pucks around the perimeter a lot, and that's just a testament to the strong defensive structure for both of these hockey clubs.
A backwards shot by Cronkite, and it almost slipped through Goldberg's sight, but not quite.
Rydell had a couple of whacks at it for the Augies, but Goldberg got that right pad down, sealed off the bottom of the ice.
Here comes Wolschlager now with Anderson. Wolschlager wraps around the net. Wolschlager tries to pass it in front, but no one home. And here come the Augies back down the other way, but it's a 1-on-3 situation for number 7, Sydney Rydell.
I think that may have been Von Ruden on the far end of the rink, and she was making the petition that she was dragged down. Looked like she got hooked on the hands a little bit there.
Here comes Crockett. Dofahide to Crockett. Dofahide gets checked down to the ice in here at around center ice.
Hard collision with Jenkins there in the neutral zone.
Crockett trying to pass it to Anderson, but it's going to be stopped at the half wall, and there's more pressure to be sought by both teams. And Augies come out with it. Back and forth on this ice we go. And a good move on the half wall by Claire Jenkins. Bulldogs come out with this one. Anderson going to pass up to Crockett. Crockett trying to advance it up ice to get a change for the Bulldogs, and they do. Mostly everybody but Anderson comes off the ice. Truban will play with them.
Jessica Anderson with a smooth move as she was looking to work it out of her own zone. Dragged it around the Augie player with ease.
Truban's going to take it herself. She's going to take it all the way up herself to neutral ice, passes it down deep.
Truban took 3 or 4 hacks there from Teskey right on the hands, but continued to play through it and got the puck deep, to her credit.
Behind the net, there's a tussle for the puck. Augsburg coming out with it. Passes across ice, getting set for defenses Riley and Truban. No icing, icing waved off. Jaden Riley. Pressured by 2 Augsburg, a shot on goal, and another one. It's going to go wide right, though. Goldberg holding her own in goal.
Emily Cronkite, second on the Augies last season with 15 points, and she was an all-MIAC rookie team selection, showing off some of her skill and strength down low. Tried the wraparound and had a couple of attempts right in front of Goldberg, who stood tall.
Truban sends it deep to get a change for Adrian. Smart play by her. Here come the Augies. Petrowski pressuring. Zolorai. Hansen. Playing against the half wall again. Hansen comes out with it, though. Avalone passes it off the glass, and that's going to fall down, and that's going to be icing. Finally a whistle after a long period with no whistle at all.
Yeah, we get a whistle, but the bad news for the Bulldogs on the ice is they're unable to change after the icing. So the line of Belland, Petrowski, and Lowry will have to stay on the ice, but they win it forward.
Here comes Belland now. Lowry with her, down deep. Petrowski's going to intercept that pass. Petrowski's going to pass back to Hansen. Set it across the blue line, trying to pass it inside. A shot on goal, and it's going to be knocked away by Stockinger. Gia Avalone pressuring Augsburg, leads it for Petrowski. Petrowski gets shot on goal, she scores! It is number, can't quite make it out, honestly. And it looks like Una Bellin is going to be the goal scorer for that one. As a great pass by Petrowski.
Well, look at this. It's the Augsburg defense being nagged behind the goal by Adrian players. Petrowski, the backhand feed to Belland, who was open in front. It's funny, Brett, because he talked about their chemistry earlier on in the game. Petrowski and Belland on the same page. They make it 2-0 here at the Arrington.
Von Ruden now. Against the half wall. Adrian pops it out. It comes out with it. Gia Avalone bounces it off the half wall. Adrian keeps it in, but it crosses the blue line. Carmen Anderson couldn't quite come up with the puck. Hansen now. Anderson.
Brett, it was almost like that goal for Belland developed in slow motion. You could really see it coming after the turnover. You knew that Petrowski was going to find Una Belland out front, was wide open, just a gap in the otherwise really strong defensive coverage for the Augsburg Augies as Carmen Anderson knocked that down with a high stick. And then Annika Hansen got the next touch, so it should be a face-off in the Bulldog zone for a high stick. 8:08 left in the second period. Goals, as we mentioned, one in the first period from Kaylee Cataret, assisted by Trubin and Hudanish. And just moments ago, Una Belland, the Norwegian, scoring off the assist from Ohio native Reagan Petrowski.
And here we go, face-off won by the Augies. Here's Cronkite, passes to her teammate, that's Elizabeth Fagerlin. Fagerlin dumps it deep. Adrian popped up. Here comes Von Ruden. Couldn't quite keep the puck on her stick though. But Adrian now has a chance for another goal. 2-0, 7:30 left here inside AIA.
And a physical battle down low. Katie Flynn getting into it with Lindsay Sorrell there on the boards, exchanging some cross checks back and forth.
Here come the Augies. We have a physical altercation. Carmen Anderson with Kylie Wallen, I believe. And looks like Kylie Wallen is going, and Carmen Anderson, they're both going to come to the box for 2 minutes, both of them for holding.
And I'm interested because the referee is signaling for a 4-on-4 here, I think is what we're going to see as matching penalties go up on the board. I thought there was potential that it could have been offsetting where we would have seen 5-on-5 play continue for the next 2 minutes and the players have to wait for a whistle to come out of the box. But rather we will see 4-on-4. It looked like the call was roughing against Carmen Anderson, and then against Kylie Wallen it was holding. So I want to say that Wallen was holding on to Anderson, not letting her free, and then a bit of frustration boiling over for Carmen Anderson.
Petrowski making moves, so slick with the stick, but overshoots the net. And the puck goes rolling down back to Adrian territory. That was a hard shot by Petrowski.
But it's frustrating when you miss the net like that because Petrowski had such a nice move and then sent it over the crossbar, and it's almost like a free breakout for the Augies.
Here comes Anderson, and she takes a shot on goal, and he gets stuffed inside the jersey or the sweater of Stockinger.
Yeah, graduate defenseman Jessica Anderson, native of St. Louis, Missouri, just had so much time and space, really a lot of real estate to work with. Took it right in. If you're Coach McAteer for Augsburg University, you want your team to close down that space. Ice opening up on 4-on-4 here.
Here comes Cronkite. She's been speedy all night, but hasn't been able to slip through one. Truban beats her to the puck and passes to Riley.
Yeah, you get the feeling if Augsburg is going to cut the deficit in this hockey game, it could be Emily Cronkite. She's so talented, native of Eagan, Minnesota, the sophomore. As we said, second in scoring last year, one of the top offensive talents on the roster this season.
Truban trying to knock the puck away. Augies almost had an opportunity, but good defense by the Bulldogs. Riley to Wolschlager. Wolschlager gets pressured and taken away. Wolschlager, Cataret, both going on for a change. Truban's going to be defense, but here come the Augies. Number 5, Katie Flynn, takes a shot on goal, wraps it around the backside of the half wall.
Flynn missed the net with the drive. She had 2 goals last weekend in their games against Gustavus and River Falls. Dangerous pass there through the middle of the ice. Have to make sure that's on point. Don't want to turn it over in that area of your own zone.
Here come the Bulldogs now. It's LaSalle. LaSalle making a couple moves, but gets interrupted by the Augies, and both teams are now going to be full strength as both penalties have been served.
LaSalle having her stick held down low by Fagerland.
Great camera work by Kyle Plesha right there to catch the action real close up. Here come the Augies, though. A glove on the ice from Adrian. Can't quite make out whose glove that could be.
And it looks like that is Jessica Von Ruden. She's playing with only one glove right now. Hopefully, luckily she wasn't slashed during that time, but those gloves really provide a lot of protection to your hands when engaging in those physical battles. Von Ruden will pick her glove up off the ice. Haven't seen that in a while. Wonder how that fell off.
Could have just been shaken off by her as she was getting pressured with the puck. Crockett along with Dofahide behind the net. Pressuring on the half wall again. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Both teams are fighting for the puck. Avalone passes it back down deep behind the net.
Yeah, lots of physical battles has been the theme, and also in every hockey game, as it wears on, the teams become a bit familiar with each other. Good chance there.
Yeah, Dofahide almost slipped one through and it almost caught the right corner of the goal.
2-on-1 maybe here if the pass was just a little bit away from the stick of Rydell.
And that's going to cause an icing for Augsburg.
Unfortunate, because if that pass would have connected, it looked like Rydell and Wallen would have been in on the 2-on-1. We've got 4:01 left in this second period. And a chance to talk about Augsburg's head coach, Michelle McAteer, in her 13th season with the program. Native of Scarborough, Ontario, she won 3 national championships with Minnesota Duluth, NCAA D1 program during her playing career.
Petrowski to Bellin, that almost slipped through. I believe that hit a post.
So talk about a pedigree for McAteer to bring that playing experience and that knowledge to this Augsburg squad located in nearby Minneapolis.
Corbett now passes to Lowry. Lowry gets almost like boxed out behind the net there. Petrowski's speed almost won that battle.
Good move from Corbett to work it to Lowry.
Nobody home in the middle, though, as Corbett passed it there. She's going to take a shot on goal. It's going to pop up. And the puck is still loose. Is it going to be held? And the whistle now held by Stockinger. And
we got a penalty upcoming, Brett. We'll see who it's against. I saw the interference signal given.
I believe that is Petrowski that's going up into the bench, and she's going to go behind the bench. Hopefully she is okay.
Looks like it'll be against Augsburg. As heading to the box is Elizabeth Fagerland, sophomore defenseman out of Kasson, Minnesota. Another power play chance, or perhaps we will see a penalty shot here, as it looks like Una Belland is circling. Penalty shot for Belland. What a development. I think the Augsburg player covered the puck in the blue paint with their hand, which results in a penalty shot. So that's what we'll see here.
This is going to be exciting here. Hopefully we get... I think this is my first time ever calling a penalty shot, so I'm actually kind of excited for Una Belland here.
So, yes, that is the case. Elizabeth Fagerland is going to come out of the box. It'll be a penalty shot instead. Una Belland has the only goal so far in this second period. Can she make it 2?
Here comes Una Belland now. Takes it from center ice. Pressuring on the goalie. Una Belland in 5-hole! Una Belland! A beautiful shot! She's going to make it 3-0 Bulldogs.
Una Belland, forehand, backhand, then slots it 5-hole. What a move. Take another look here. Belland moving in slowly on the left side, moving the goaltender, Stockinger, from right to left, and as she slid across the crease, saw a gap in between the legs of the goaltender, slipped it in there. Wow, what a move.
Beautiful shot by Belland. As she picks up her second goal in the period, can she get a hat trick tonight? That is the real question. Ooh, taking a spill was
Looks like it was Wolfschlager.
Jaden Riley's going to pass to Truban.
That's a huge turn of events. Just a little bit of a miscue there, as didn't get the official decision, but it looked like it was Fagerland who covered the puck up in the crease as the puck was loose, and that's why we saw the penalty shot, and Una Belland taking full advantage of the one-on-one opportunity with the netminder Stockinger.
Here comes Augsburg now as they pop it up, and it's going to fall down. Truban's going to hold it behind the net and bring it out.
That was a pretty good first penalty shot goal to call there, Brett.
It was, and I'm very excited that Una Bellin, very trustworthy in scoring the puck, so I was excited for that as well. Just a sneaky shot, throwing it through the 5-hole of Stockinger.
Yeah, that penalty shot attempt was all about deception. Just waited out the goaltender, made a nice move to open up the 5-hole, and then some pinpoint accuracy. Just a light tap in with the backhand.
No penalty, as a couple fans wanted it for checking. Von Ruden. LaSalle was almost like holding it, and Carmen Anderson now with an advantage, and she's getting pressured.
Penalty upcoming here. That's going to be a hook against Claire Jenkins. Got her stick up under, it looked like, into the hands and under the armpit of Carmen Anderson. Delayed penalty. Goldberg will head to the bench. 6 skaters on the ice.
A shot on goal, and it goes in! Scores! Gia Avalone. LaSalle almost got a stick on that. It would have been credited to her, but Avalone took the shot and scored an upcoming penalty as well for Augsburg, and that's going to carry into the next period. Bulldogs with all the steam ahead.
Avalone with the point shot. Lots of bodies in front of Stockinger. Didn't see exactly how that one went in. May have been a deflection on it. A shot from distance, whizzing towards the goal. Stockinger wasn't able to see it with the mass of humanity in front of her. 4-0 lead for Adrian College. And then to boot, a power play. So things really swaying in Adrian's favor. Credit them, they've had a strong performance, but a lot of good bounces going their way as well. Just a few untimely errors. There we saw point shot from Avalone came in as they had 6 skaters on the ice with the delayed penalty. Goldberg went to the bench, gave an extra player on the ice for Adrian, and now just in the early stages of another power play. I would like to see this Adrian power play get going, Brett, because in the opportunity we saw earlier, they didn't really have a chance to get set up and orchestrate things as their head coach Sean Skelly would like. So I'd love to see them, even with the 4-goal advantage, get set up and really work on their special teams here in the second period.
Let's see what happens here. Jessica Anderson shoots it over the net, and it's going to be Corbett picking it up before it crosses the blue line. Dofa Hyde now, back to Corbett. Jessica Anderson, a one-timer calling for it, and she gets a slap shot, but it goes wide left. Dofa Hyde. Wrap around, oh, almost in for Sorrell. Sorrell had a beautiful look, but just couldn't quite come up with it.
That pass from Dofide was so good. I wonder if she almost didn't quite expect it to come to her as it was threaded through a tiny lane. Another chance there in front.
And another one. Bulldogs finding everything, and Anderson gets it knocked down. It's going to be a high sticking by Jessica Anderson.
Anderson, as you said, knocked it down with the high stick. And it will be a face-off deep in the Bulldog end with 19 seconds left. Really liked what I saw there in the opening stages for the Adrian power play. A lot better stuff.
19 seconds left in the period, 1:01 left in the penalty, and that's going to carry over unless Adrian scores.
This is big, though, because it kills some time off of the Adrian power play if you're Augsburg, and especially with the face-off win. They're going to hold it down there, try to run out the clock, burn as much time off of the Bulldog man advantage as is possible.
4-on-5, Anderson with a nice move. Anderson slips it in front. Lowry couldn't connect with it, though, as that will do it for an eventful 3-goal period. That was the second period, and Una Bellin with 2 of those, and Gia Avalone with the other. And that is what our score is 4-0 Calvin. This is an exciting period.
It's a shame that we have to go to the second intermission because it really felt like the Bulldogs were firing on all cylinders. I mean, the cohesion, the passing, some of these shooting attempts they were having really felt like they had momentum going. Hopefully, after this break, they can continue to move forwards and extend their lead going into the third. Love what I saw in the second. Much better than the first period for Adrian, who showed some real improvement. I would say for Augsburg, they need to stick to their defensive structure that paid dividends for them in the first. And they've had good chances. It's just a matter of taking advantage of them and trying to crash the net for those rebound opportunities off the pads of Goldberg.
Well, that'll just about do it for this eventful, exciting second period for the Bulldogs. Augsburg going to look to come out with some vengeance in the third period. 15-minute break. Don't go anywhere. We have another 20-minute period upcoming for you. I'm Brett Carlisle. Calvin Keys. We'll be right back after.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
back inside the Arrington Ice Arena. The third period just about to get underway. Brett Carlisle alongside me is Calvin Keys. Calvin, we had an eventful second period and 4 goals by Adrian, 3 of them coming in that second period, 2 by Una Bellin and 1 by Gia Avalone. Break it down for us.
Yeah, I mean, you said it all. 3 goals in that second period. The floodgates open for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Una Bellin had 2 of them, including 1 on a penalty shot where she went forehand, backhand, 5-hole for her second of the night. Pretty smooth move.
As the Bulldogs are trying to get the rest of this penalty kill, or sorry,
on
not
the power
penalty
play.
Kill, power play. Von Ruden and Bellin out there. Bellin takes a shot and it goes off the leg of an Augsburg defender. And here comes number 11, Claire Jenkins, who served her penalty. Von Ruden keeps it inside the blue line.
I got to think for Augsburg's head coach, Michelle McAteer, player who's very experienced, as we mentioned in that second period, playing her collegiate career with Minnesota Duluth. I think she's going to single out penalties as a big issue. I imagine they talked about it during that second intermission. You saw the penalty shot coming after the Augies covered up the puck in the crease, and then you saw just a couple of penalties where they haven't cost the Augies yet. Adrian hasn't been able to score on the power play, but it certainly hurts Augsburg's offense when they're forced to defend for extended periods, like we saw in the second.
Puck dropped down, and that'll be icing by Augsburg. It'll come back to the other end. 15 shots on goal, and Adrian has scored 4 times, and 9 shots on goal to Augsburg 0.
When I was heading over to Coach Skelly's office to talk to him before the game this week, he was having a film session with the top-line center for the Bulldogs, Jessica Von Ruden. They were watching tape of their games last weekend against Oswego State, and what I overheard them say was, if we forecheck like this, we can be one of the best teams in college hockey. The forecheck has been good again tonight, and that's a big reason for Adrian's success so far through 2 periods.
Goldberg holds as the puck falls right into her clutches, and Truban pushes off a forward Augsburg player.
Shots 15-10 in Adrian's favor, virtually even after the first period. Bulldogs got the edge in the second.
Shot on goal. Goldberg saved, knocked it away to the right side of her.
Teskey looked like she got hooked by Sorrell. Should be a penalty against Adrian, as reaching in there was Lindsay Sorrell on Juliana Teskey. Teskey looking to cut into the middle and let a shot fly, and Sorrell trying to impede her progress, so we'll see a power play for Augsburg. Hooking is the call against Sorrell, the senior forward out of Windsor, Ontario. Moments ago, before that hooking penalty transpired, I love the move from Teskey, skipping to the middle of the ice, but Goldberg looked unfazed, making the blocker safe.
Una Bellin now pressuring the puck. Petrowski with her. Augsburg falling into their offensive set, but Bellin is pressuring them hard. Augie's looking to have a momentum change with this power play. It is a 4-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Augie's looking for anything, any type of offense, but their passes haven't really been on tonight. Kind of making Adrian looking like the top 5 team, and here comes Reagan Petrowski, who's skating down. Augie's now looking to set up something behind the net, passing it around the half wall. Here is Cronkite.
Yeah, power play success, as you were talking about, Brett, hinges on passing. You need to have crisp passes and a couple of errant feeds, as we see again there. Luckily, Augies keep it in this time.
Cronkite with speed, left it for her teammate.
Less than a minute left in the penalties to Sorrell, may I add.
Here, Augies. Adrian doing great job tonight with the penalty kill. Shot on goal, doesn't slip through, blocked by Hansen with her own feet. Knocks it to the left side.
Yeah, kick save for the defenseman, Annika Hansen. Passing looking a lot better now for Augsburg. So they'll get a change on the fly. Less than 30 seconds left in their power play.
Augsburg passing it around. Shot on goal, it goes high though, and it's going to go on the other side of the blue line, and they will have to reset with 15 seconds to see if they can come up with something quickly.
But that's really a lot better for the Augies, Brett. You look, they're patient play, they're on the same page, they're biding their time, looking to shut up a quality shot. Good stuff, and they gain a little bit of traction, albeit not a gain in the scoreboard column, as Sorrell will return to the ice.
Dofa Hyde passing it to Crockett, but couldn't quite slip it through, and Augsburg retaining possession, keeping it inside the blue. Pass down deep. It's held by Avalone. Passes to Anderson. Anderson passes to Crockett. Crockett trying to speed up. Falls down. Bulldogs trying anything, and it's going to be an offsides.
Yeah, Jessica Anderson touching it with the puck just over the blue line, and that's why we'll see a neutral zone faceoff. It's interesting to note we're seeing two contrasts with the helmets of both of these teams. You notice all of the Augsburg players are wearing a cage on their buckets, whereas all of the Adrian players have opted to wear, I believe the nickname for it is a fishbowl. There's a couple Augsburg players with fishbowls, but the whole Adrian squad decided to go with that look. Interesting decision.
Dofa Hyde, a shot on goal. It's knocked away by Stockinger. Almost slipped through. That was Sorrell that was in front of the goal, but couldn't quite knock it in underneath of Stockinger's legs.
Those intricacies to the game are always fascinating to me. Just a decision, I believe, that Coach Skelly and the leadership of the team decided they all wanted to look more uniform by wearing that fishbowl design on their helmet.
Here come the Augies now, threatening, and they're going to get a change. Every single player coming off the ice. Jessica Anderson's going to advance it up while they're changing, though. She gets it knocked away. Regains control, though. And she's going to have a couple of her teammates make a change. Una Bellin almost came away with it and gets the stick knocked away from her.
Penalty to Augsburg, I believe, again.
Another penalty on Augsburg, I believe, is going to be number 3, Carly Drill. I believe that is going to come in the sin bin, and it is.
Drill going to the box. Did you see the signal there? Was it a slash against Drill?
Yeah, I believe so. A slashing call on Drill. The senior out of Madison, Wisconsin, the defenseman. It's going to be a Slusarski power play for Adrian College. Another one on the night. Here comes Truban, top of the ice. Passes it back over to Cataret. Cataret careful with her passing. Passes over to Anderson. We have 4 forwards and 1 defenseman on the ice for Adrian College right now.
That's typically something you see on the power play. Trubin is the only defenseman, sort of that power play quarterback, and 4 other forwards, just putting your best offensive players out on the ice.
Truban going down deep, being risky with it. Anderson, Houdinish gets their shot blocked. Luckily to regain control, or Augsburg would have had fresh ice in front of them. And here they come down. They're going to clear it and get a change.
Love the persistence by Jenna Gerald, staying with it on the penalty kill, sends it the length of the ice, kills some clock on Adrian's man advantage.
Here comes Trubin, taking it up herself, passes it back to Wolschlager. Houdinish now controls. Houdinish around the backside of the goalie. She's going to wrap it around. Cataret over to Trubin, who couldn't quite get to it, and it's going to be knocked off of the glass, and it's going to go across the blue line. Wolschlager tried to keep it in, and is going to be a delayed penalty.
It's going to be to Emily Cronkite. She lowered the boom there on Jocelyn Houdanish on the far boards. Looked like a textbook body check to me. And looks as if Carly Drill will get a friend to join her in the penalty box, Emily Cronkite.
Number 3 and 4 inside the sin bin for the Augies. Don't quite see that very often. Numbers next to each other that go right to the box together.
Yeah, that is funny. But this is a big chance for the Bulldogs. They're going to be up 2 skaters for the next 49 seconds on the 5-on-3. And then still after that, their power play will continue for an additional minute.
One by Von Ruden. Von Ruden to Cataret. Cataret shoots. It's saved by Stockinger, but Bulldogs all over it. Belland is going to shoot it again. Tried to cross it over, but Corbett couldn't get her stick on it. Cataret, one-timer by Von Ruden, almost slipped it 5-hole, and it goes back to Belland, who's going to try and keep it inside the blue line, but it can't happen.
Bulldogs regroup.
Belland now pushing inside. She broke her defender. She tried to pop it high, left corner, but couldn't get it to go. That would have been nasty by Una Belland.
Belland's sitting on 2 goals, mind you.
Shot on goal. It's blocked by Petrowski as Von Ruden sent it in. Corbett, one-timer. Von Ruden shoots. It goes off of Stockinger's pads, and it's going to be cleared. It's going to make it a 5-on-4 situation for Augsburg now, holding their own.
Augsburg able to hang in there as Von Ruden lets one go. One of the hardest shots in NCAA Division III.
And a short-headed goal might be coming for Augsburg. No, great defense by Zoe Lowry. Von Ruden controls now, and she's going to bring it back up ice for the Bulldogs. Passing to Petrowski. Petrowski with speed.
Sydney Rydell went up ice and had that great chance, but out of position a bit now.
Dofahide passes inside to Lowry, but it won't go. And Hansen's there, leaves it for Anderson. It's going to cross the blue line, and resetting for the Bulldogs is Wolschlager.
Just a miscommunication between Hansen and Jessica Anderson as Hansen loses an edge. Good kill by Augsburg. They've hung in there. Hasn't been pretty, but they've taken care of business.
33 seconds, and it is going to be all Stockinger on this beautiful kill as she has made multiple saves, even in 5-on-3 situation. Here comes Lowry, takes a shot. It's gloved by Stockinger. And we will finally get a break.
Yeah, I was just going to say, big recovery for Stockinger. So much of the goaltending position is mental. It's tough to see 3 pucks go into the back of the net in just a single period, but she's came out, doesn't look phased at all, and really was tracking the puck well, moving very astutely in her crease during the penalty kill, and didn't give up many dangerous rebounds in front either.
And this is going to be a great penalty kill for the Augies, as that will probably run out the time as Anderson goes back and collects it up. 5 seconds left in the penalty, and Cronkite's about to come out of the sin bin. And it's a stolen pass by Augies, a shot on goal. Goldberg holds.
Dorothy Kearney telegraphing that feed right through the middle of the Adrian zone, went in, took a shot on Goldberg, didn't look too troubled by the attempt, but a troubling pattern that we're seeing from this Adrian team is some issues on the power play. Haven't had a lot of success with an extra skater. Now they've had 5 or 6 opportunities, the latest of which was with 2 extra players on the ice. So hopefully they can get their special teams figured out. Penalty kill's been good. Power play's been a bit shaky so far.
Nora Stepan got a shot on goal, but it was blocked by an Adrian defender. And Carmen Anderson's got fresh ice. Catherine Truban, could this be first career goal? A shot on goal. It goes wide right.
Huge collision.
Von Ruden smacks number 22, Dorothy Kearney, into the half wall, and she gets right back up. But surprisingly, no penalty coming on Von Ruden. Here come the Augies, taken away by Anderson for a moment, but Augies scoop it back and collect it. Truban going over, playing good defense, stopping the momentum of the Augies. Truban comes out with it, passes it to Jaden Riley. Lassell passes to Anderson. Anderson all by herself shoots it through the legs of an Augie defender, crashing hard into the half wall is Kylie Wallen. Here come the Bulldogs, though. Hansen passes it to Avalone. Avalone passes it over to Cataret. Cataret fires, but it's off the stick.
Good shot block by Emily Cronkite, getting in the shooting lane of Kaylee Cataret.
Cataret with a goal tonight. It was a tip-in the first period. Trying to look for her second. Hansen now with Cataret. Cataret can't make a move around the Augie defender. And that is 18, Elizabeth Fagerlin.
Fagerlin with a brilliantly timed poke check. Saw what Cataret was trying to attempt with the toe drag deke and cut it off perfectly with the blade of her stick.
Avalone gets held up. It'll be Augie puck, but Wolschlager is going to take it away. Pass inside by Houdinish, but it doesn't go through. She's looking for Dofahide on the back door. Hansen keeps it inside the blue line very carefully, and they're going on for a change. Wolschlager coming off.
Extended period in the O zone that will be broken up now, but Adrian able to get a full change with the puck in the Augsburg zone. Just speaks to how effective they've been on the cycle and possessing the puck.
And Calvin, I'd like to make a note. I haven't seen Maya Roy out on the ice very much. It's been Crockett who comes in, and also Jess Anderson coming out there, and you wonder where Maya Roy might be at.
Yeah, hopefully Roy's okay. Don't want to speculate, but as you said, haven't seen her in a little while. One defenseman I've been really impressed with is Gia Avalone. Came into this game at the bottom of the defense depth chart as the 7th defenseman, but really she has a goal this evening, assisted by Hansen and Von Ruden late in that second period, and also just her ability to hop up on the rush and contribute offensively to the forward unit while also not being caught out of position when it's time to play defense has been really impressive from the sophomore.
8 minutes to go just about for both of these teams, and the Augies have really been struggling down on the offensive side, haven't been able to slip anything through Sophie Goldberg. I believe this is going to be icing.
Duck for the official. That was going right for the dome. Had to duck down a bit into the bench. 2 referees tonight, Sarah Strong and Melissa Swears, and our linesman is Janine Martinez, doing a really good job tonight. We've had plenty of penalties to call, lots of hooks, physical play. They've been making their paycheck, we'll just say it that way, Brett.
I can't wait to get back into the reffing side of things here in the wintertime. I am an MHSAA official for basketball this.
Wow.
It's my second year this year, so it's going to be exciting to get back out on the court
That's
and watch
awesome.
high schoolers duke it out on the court.
Last spring I was an MHSAA official for soccer, and I've also been a MHSAA and USA Hockey referee over the years, so certainly an important position. Really gives you more insight into the game and the inner workings of things, and also an appreciation rather for the men and women that serve the game that often are so underappreciated and the work they do to make the game possible.
Reagan Petrowski is just hustling all over the ice. Truban takes a shot, but it's blocked off by Cronkite, and she sends it the length of the ice almost, but it pops down just in time for Una Bellin to scoop it up. Truban now passing it up to Bellin.
You can see the determination, just the effort being exerted by Bellin. She wants that third goal so badly, less than 7 minutes to try and find it.
Here comes Petrowski. She's going to pop it up to Lowry, but it's going to be knocked away by the Augies. Jaden Riley now out there with Truban in the defense. Truban will go behind the net, bring it out. She's going to bring it up herself. Gets it knocked away and drops it off for Lowry. Lowry to Anderson, and she's going to come off. A tussle on the ice, and there's going to be a penalty coming up.
Carmen Anderson and Claire Jenkins clattering down, and I want to say this penalty is going to go to Carmen Anderson.
It looks like Carmen Anderson was holding on Claire Jenkins. Kind of did like a wrestling move onto the ice and kind of just threw her down.
Face-off will come back in the Adrian ends, and lots of special teams in this game, as we've said, Brett. Don't think we've had a power play goal yet. Augsburg will get another kick at the can.
2 minutes. 2 minutes for Carmen Anderson, as it's a good start for the Atletico penalty kill for the Bulldogs.
Clean win on the face-off, works wonders on the kill. Gave Von Ruden the chance to just sail it down the length of the ice.
Good passing by Augsburg to get it back up ice. Around the half wall.
Cronkite has really stood out for the Augies. Her skill and her offensive awareness is exemplary. Here she gets it now.
Here's Cronkite, takes a shot on goal, trying to see if she can get a ricochet. One-timer, it's going to go high.
Delayed penalty against Adrian.
And it's going to be a 5-on-3 situation. A one-timer, shot on goal, it pops up. Goldberg a save, and she's going to have to do a little extra work.
What a stop by Sophie Goldberg, Brett. That was amazing. I think she wasn't sure if that nicked off the blocker or maybe that right arm, as a Bulldog will go to the bench. Yeah,
Tia LaSalle is going to sit right next to Carmen Anderson in the comfy penalty box. And there's going to be a double Atletico penalty kill for the Bulldogs, as there's a minute 11 for 5-on-3 hockey.
Yep, and with this a minute and 11 seconds 5-on-3 opportunity coming up for Augsburg, their head coach, Michelle McAteer, is going to call a timeout. As we mentioned, she played with Minnesota Duluth College, won 3 national championships. Pretty impressive resume there. Team's MVP in 2001, 2002, and during her coaching career, she was an assistant with Duluth won the 2010 national championship. So 3 national championships as a player, 1 as a coach with Duluth. Also was an assistant coach with Harvard, as well as with the former pro franchise, the Vaughan Flames of the Canadian Women's Hockey League, which is now defunct. And now coming here to the NCAA Division III level with Augsburg, where she's coached for the last 13 seasons. Her assistants, Ashley Holmes, Sonia Sandel, and Annie Jurgens. Really good staff they've assembled. I want to say this game will just be a blip in their season. I haven't seen the best performance from the Augies tonight, but you have to imagine at the conclusion of this one, they'll be coming back stronger for tomorrow afternoon's tilt.
Face-off won by the Augies. A 5-on-3 situation for Adrian College. They're going to have to hold their own down in defensive area.
Tough situation. Have to protect the house in the middle. Good passing for Augsburg. They need more of that. Make sure they're on the same page.
A shot on goal saved by Goldberg.
Wow. Good
She
stop.
saw that one come right through, and it hit her right in the chest area, and she held on to it. Number 30. Impressive night tonight. Can she still manage the shutout against Augsburg?
Peyton Allen putting the shot in from the point. Goldberg had no room for error there. Another good save.
Another shot on goal, and that's going to be Kennedy Stein, who take the one-timer, trying to slip it through 5-hole, and a puck up into the net. 42 seconds left. It was 5-on-3 situation.
Sophie Goldberg making good stops. The defenseman, Jessica Anderson, also doing her part to make sure the puck does not get through off the stick of Stein. Got her blade in the lane. That's why it deflected out of play. We get another whistle.
Here comes the Augies, and they win the face-off. Opportunity for the University of Augsburg, and a one-timer shot and saved by Goldberg once again. We're going to see a lot of shots on goal as Augsburg has slowly rose to 17 now.
Yeah, again, just another heavy shot from this time coming in from Tenley Stewart on the left wing. Jessica Anderson still out there for the Bulldogs. Everything you want from a penalty killer. Very steady presence back there. Stay-at-home defenseman, but really holds down the fort for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs doing a great job, and here we go. Jessica Anderson's going to send it down the ice, and that's going to be a beautiful kill by her.
That is textbook right off the top of the window pane. Out of reach as it looks like Wolschlager has it down low.
Wolschlager doing some work by herself with 3 Augies around her, and she is doing a great job doing the penalty kill herself. But here come the Augies, 3-on-2. But Carmen Anderson coming onto the penalty box.
Carmen Anderson back on the ice, just a one-player advantage. 5-on-3 killed off.
Augsburg passing it around, 5-on-4 for the next 30 seconds just about. Here comes Anderson. Anderson, she's going to send it around the half wall, but couldn't quite get rid of it.
Anderson's been out there for close to 2 minutes now. She has to be winded, still giving her all.
That is what the graduate senior, that is what Sean Skilly expects from his graduate senior. And here the Augies with good opportunity. A shot almost backdoor on Sophie Goldberg, but it doesn't go through.
My goodness, how did Rydell not put that one in? That was on a platter. That was the chance for the Augies. Frustration.
3:30 to go and the Bulldogs are going to be full strength with Tia LaSalle coming on the ice, and almost a tip-in.
Tip in the slots. Juliana Teskey.
Nothing falling for the Augies, and it is a struggle fest for Augsburg University, the number 13 team in the country.
Well, it's just that just kind of puts their night in a nutshell, really, as a chance here for Adrian. Anderson hasn't knocked away. What I was going to say is it's been that type of evening for Augsburg. They've done a lot of good things. I thought they looked great on that power play, but just not getting the bounces to fall their way.
LaSalle out there. LaSalle's going to pass to Truban on the blue line. Truban sends it inside. Almost a tip-in.
Delayed penalty against Augsburg. They finally touch up. So after the Augies got a chance on the power play, Adrian will get a chance. Refs have been very whistle-happy tonight.
I believe that is actually going to be on LaSalle again. She's going to get the penalty, and Augsburg's going to get the power play. Tia LaSalle, another.
Roughing was the call. Interesting. I was confused because Adrian was playing with the puck. So it looked like it was a delayed penalty against Augsburg, and then the whistle went once Augsburg touched up. So interesting turn of events. Hey, Augies get another chance on the power play. They've had plenty. It was 4-on-4 for a moment. Now they'll get an extra skater. Tenley Stewart coming on to join them. She's a big presence on that left wing. Has a pretty good one-time shot. See if they'll set her up more on this ensuing attempts on the power play.
One-timer by number 15. That is Tenley Stewart. Takes a hard slap shot. The top of the blue line now. Augsburg looking to pass it inside. Tipped away. Una Bellin throws it down the ice. And Bellin playing good. Here comes Petrowski. Petrowski, a shot on goal, a save by Stockinger, and she throws it out to her teammate.
Good stop by Stockinger, and a really good awareness as well to play it forward, knowing they're on the power play and have time and space. Keeps the play moving.
Jaden Riley, Truban out there on the defensive side.
Cronkite was all alone down low for a moment as her power play unit went off for a change.
One-timer and is slapped way off. Truban on the ice, and a penalty coming up.
Now who will this be against? Because they didn't blow it until the Bulldogs touched the puck. But it looks like it'll be an Augie this time, and it appears to be Emily Cronkite. We see our second straight rough. LaSalle called for roughing. Now Cronkite. I think that may have stemmed from when Cronkite had the puck down low, took a bump from one of the Bulldog defensemen, and then retaliated. As the old saying goes, referee always seems to catch the second offense, the retaliation penalty, and that rings true again here. Final 2 minutes of play.
Avalone.
Feels like it's been a constant trip to the penalty box for both teams in this game, Brett.
Augsburg won't even get to finish out their penalty in this game. Wolschlager sends it inside, almost slipped it through. That was a beautiful shot. She's going to scoop the puck right back up. Tried to pass it to Hudanish. Trying to clear it was an Augie. Corbett now is going to get a slide shot and tried to pass it inside to Wolschlager, but couldn't happen, and it slides through, almost getting in the goal, but Stockinger pounces on top of it.
It's been a bit of a one-sided game in Adrian's favor here at home at the Arrington Ice Arena, but these teams will go back at it tomorrow at 3 p.m. for the second half of this weekend series, so another chance for Augsburg to try and bounce back. I don't think this game is an indication of how talented a hockey club they are. I really think that they still have a lot more in the tank to give, and we should see it tomorrow.
It's going to be a feisty game tomorrow, especially with this possible shutout, and it's going to be offsides by the Augies.
Jenkins went in too quickly that time. Also, speaking of the game tomorrow, we have another game tonight here on Adrian College TV. I'll be working play-by-play for that one, trying to recruit Brett. I'll see what I can do, but try to bring him back. That should be a 9:45 puck drop. ACHA Men's Division II hockey as they host Illinois State University.
Tia LaSalle coming back on the ice. Augsburg with a chance. A wrist shot's going to be taken. And Goldberg, another save, has been tremendous in the goal tonight for the Bulldogs.
Final minute, that might have been one last test for Sophie Goldberg. 30 seconds left. Jinx.
Dofahide down deep with Crockett. Tries to send it to, I believe, number 12 was her target. That is Lindsay Sorrell. Sorrell now passes it down the ice. 9 seconds to go. One last effort, and it's going to be intercepted by Jessica Anderson. Anderson's going to go down deep. She's going to get a shot on goal. Almost shot it in, and that'll do it inside the Arrington Ice Arena. So wait for the horn to go off as the Bulldogs are victorious in their home opener. 4-0 our score. 23 shots on goal for Adrian College, 19 for Augsburg. Calvin, what did we see from Adrian, and what do we need to see from Augsburg going into tomorrow?
Well, what I saw was a really good performance from the Bulldogs netminder, Sophie Goldberg. 19 saves, shutout to start the home slate for the Adrian College Bulldogs. They'll play this Augsburg team again tomorrow. Brett, I think the biggest thing, I know Augsburg is going to have some added motivation going into tomorrow's tilt after losing big 4-0. I think for Adrian, they played incredibly well tonight. Just have to make sure you don't take your opponent lightly in the second half of the back-to-back. Come out firing on all cylinders just like you did tonight, and more good things will come.
That'll do it just about inside the Arrington Ice Arena. Don't go anywhere, though. 9:45 puck drop, as Calvin mentioned, with the men's D2 again hosting Illinois State. I'm Brett Carlisle. Alongside me, Calvin Keys, Andrew Black, Kyle Plesha, and Ashley Roeder, all on cameras and director tonight. 4-0 our score. 23 shots on goal for Adrian, 19 for Augsburg. Have a great night, and thank you for tuning in to ACTV.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.